The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Knicks in Detroit tonight. Jalen Brunson, 7 assists. One here to Julius Randle, who had 21. Knicks were up by 17 in the third quarter. At one point, Detroit got within 4. Helter-skelter here down the stretch. Brunson up and good. He was great when it counted. He had 26 points, and the Knicks win by the final score of 121-112. It's a full house in our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito, Monica McNutt, Alan Hahn, Wally Zerbiak, and let us just say, for Monica's sake, it's a good thing the Knicks won tonight.
It is, and the person that was tweeting me said, thanks, Monica, on Wednesday, and we're back, okay? So, yeah.
Hey, workmanlike win. I mean, the Knicks were in control pretty much all night until some stages there late, and they were able to pull it out.
We had rain, not snow.
That's
snow
good.
day today.
Nope.
But I mean, workmanlike, yes. They did enough to get it done. Let's be honest. I mean, you fouled 31 times. You sent them to the line 41 times. It's a lot of things that still need to be figured out. But R.J. Barrett in that first half set that tone of I can get to the basket whenever I want, and he did.
How about the Knicks developing big three? R.J. Barrett, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle. All these guys are averaging right around 20 points per game. Those guys are going to be staples every single night. They're going to get their minutes, 35-plus minutes a night. And Jalen Brunson, again, was huge in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Big shots in the fourth quarter. That's what a point guard's supposed to do. He's supposed to get the team organized in the fourth. When he sees the team struggling to get a basket, a couple clear outs, I got this, and then one, a post up, kind of settled the team down when Detroit was making their run. They could guard Isaiah Livers. I think it might be a good idea to guard him in the fourth quarter.
Three-point
that guy
defense.
was lights out from three.
Shooter.
You got to find the guy that's hot. Got to find the shooter. Overall, big-time win, bounce back after that Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, we talked about it on Wednesday a little bit. Although there wasn't much to remember from Wednesday, Jalen Brunson's ability to hit those big-time shots. And in the fourth, you saw that. You heard R.J. Barrett tell Rebecca postgame that you come to expect that from your point guard. And so there was some wild shots there, but Jalen manages to hit them, and you can see the confidence, hey, we're going to finish this thing. Then you see Julius get a big-time nasty rebound on the other end a couple different times. And so I just think Jalen gave this team so much confidence in the fourth, even though the ball game is becoming tight.
We're talking big three. You had Brunson, Barrett, and Randle coming through when the game was on the line. The Knicks, Wally, as I mentioned, were up 17 in the third, and Detroit would not go away.
I know. That guy, good old Alec Burks. Crafty old Alec Burks. We know the move in the green room, Pito. And then Jaden Ivey getting to the basket. I love his attack mode. He was relentless, guys, getting to the basket the whole entire
10
time.
points in this game.
And there's Livers. There's that guy. He had 11-plus in the fourth quarter.
They couldn't hit a three. And
I know,
he
they were
just kept
3
getting
for
open.
24 at one point. I like that shot. Obi Toppin running the baseline against the zone. That's when you're going to get those open threes against the zone. And this was the play coming out of the timeout. No, that wasn't the one coming out of the timeout. That was another post up. Just going beast mode on Killian Hayes. Too small, mouse in the house. And then R.J. Barrett was able to get whatever he wanted, got to 30 tonight because he attacked the basket on him.
Yeah, a strong finish there. You can see how much stronger he has gotten going up against him. And again, it's a good take there by Julius Randle, who took it into the paint. The Knicks were able to get into the paint in this game, and that, of course, is a big part of things, too. Where their success is when they get into the paint. They're not a great three-point shooting team. They'll have nights where they'll get threes, but getting into the paint and scoring against a team that doesn't have great shot blocking, great length, this is right in the wheelhouse for the Knicks.
60 paint points for the Knicks, 20 second chance points for the Knicks. And so three-point shooting on both ends left a little bit to be desired, we'll say. But you're right. Find your way into the paint. Make your presence known there. Get to the free throw line where they were 27 of 29.
Jalen Brunson had 11 of his points in the fourth quarter. R.J. Barrett, you talked about him a little bit, season high 30, and really important, the free throw shooting. He's shooting about 78% for the year, and tonight he was 7 out of 8. Hit the two free throws late, with the Knicks were only up by 4 with about a minute to go in the game.
I'm telling you, he's going to get to 80%. Let's go, RJ. 80%'s your number from the line. That helps your scoring average a ton, helps solidify games. And he's stepped up in crunch time, and I like the rhythm he's shooting with those free throws. You're going to miss some here and there, but he was overpowered, this Detroit Pistons team. I mean, I've noticed physically his body's matured. He's becoming a man. I mean, he came into this league still as a kid at 18, 19 years old, and now he's becoming a man, and he's using his body and his strength. He's starting to knock down those threes. An unbelievable performance for him, and this is what you got to do against those weaker teams in the NBA when you have matchup advantages. take them to school. And he took these guys to school tonight, showed the total package. There's a nice pass up to Jericho Sims.
Barrett is a guy that I think, with forced spacing, he's great because one-on-one, he's very difficult to guard because of that strength you're talking about, right? And teams like to pack it in against the Knicks. We see zones at times. I think the Pistons did go to zone at times as well. But look at that finish there against Stewart. Stewart's a strong guy.
Yes.
Big, strong guy, and he was able to bump him and get his shot off and get the finish as well. And again, that's the evolution, again, of him physically. But when you look at this team and you look at him, when he has it going on a night, that's what you like to see. Like, Jalen Brunson didn't shoot the ball out in the first half. It was like RJ had it going, so we just keep going to RJ. And then pockets of the game, all right, now it's his turn. And that's what you'd like to see with the three guys you're talking about, with Brunson, with Randle, and with RJ. Who has the matchup? Let him cook. And once they adjust to him, now it's your turn to cook. You got to be able to do that. When you don't have one superstar, but you got three guys that can get 20 on a given night, that's kind of the way you got to play.
Between those three guys, you had 17 assists too, right? Jalen Brunson leads the way with 7, and each of the other two have 5. But I think you saw this team play with a little bit of deliberateness, particularly in the first half, right? That third quarter got a little funky with the runs.
That's a great word.
But it
for
was,
this game, perfect word.
It was deliberate, right?
Very deliberate.
You could look at this box score and be concerned that no one else was in double figures. But in terms of this big three that we know is going to have to be the catalyst, 17 rebounds, 3 guys with plus 20 points, RJ at 30 is solid against this matchup, and it allows you to build some confidence for your next home game on Sunday before you hit the road.
All right, so there's a useful stat here.
Uh-oh.
You'll weigh in on whether or not. Coming into tonight's game,
judge this.
Brunson tied for second in the entire league in field goals between 5 and 9 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that useful?
Of course that is.
Awesome.
In
Absolutely.
percentage or how
That's
many
his
he's
offense.
20.
Mid-range.
Tied for second most.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jokic is number 1, and Brunson is tied for 2. And you saw his ability close when the game was on the line.
That is outstanding.
Yeah.
That's just so smart.
Especially
I
for
got a
him.
useful stat.
Look at you.
But think about this, though. Especially for him, it's not like he's a 6'6" guard, right? Like
that
he's
can
a
finish at the rim over shot blockers.
He's not a super athletic 6'6" guard. He's a 6'1" guard who's got to use strength and also positioning and footwork to get a lot of that scoring done. And he can knock down, as you saw that, he can knock to the occasional three, but doesn't make it a big
Right
number.
there.
There you go,
Right
right there.
there.
That's the kind of thing that you like to see from him, that he can get done.
Right here.
And
Right
it's
here.
the
That
efficiency.
was a tough shot.
That was the one at a timeout.
We're going to see that on the wall.
Right. And that's, I guess, guys, what we're talking about with him is the efficiency of his shooting.
Look at that. He's
His
like a
ability
postman playing guard.
with the soft finish inside. That's what I like. And you know what else I like? Another game, by the way, Bill, 7 assists, 0 turnovers.
Another
Takes care of the basketball, doesn't turn it over, but can get to his shots. A guy who knows who he is instead of a guy who's like, well, I got to jack up some threes. No, he understands his game where it is. And there are going to be teams, as we saw Wednesday, they're going to take that away from him. Put length out there, make him shoot over that length. Those games are going to come. And when they do, you have to recognize it, and it's someone else's turn.
It's really interesting because he doesn't get all the way to the basket. Doesn't need to. He pulls up a little bit short and has all that array of shots.
He wouldn't be successful if he went all the way to the basket.
Yeah.
He would get his shot blocked.
And he's so shifty, right, in that mid-range, right? Like, it's not speed per se, it's quickness, change of speed, change of direction, those little subtle moves. When he spun around and hit that shot out of that timeout, I mean, that's just a quick move that beat his defender.